Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Lewis Glover for Combat Sports UK here with UFC flyweight / strawweight, Gillian Robertson. Thanks for joining me. How are you?
I'm doing great. 2 weeks out from my strawweight debut in the UFC, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, I can imagine. Let's start with that weight change and a return to strawweight in your career for the first time in a long time on April 15th. What's prompted that move for you?
I guess when I first joined the UFC and first started fighting flyweight, I was just walking a little bit heavier, lifting a little bit more. So I was walking around 145. So the 125-pound was just kind of ideal for me. But now my last 4 or 5 camps, I've been walking like 128, 129, and I've been cutting like 3-4 pounds maybe for my fights. So it's just been almost a little bit too easy of a weight cut. So the thought's been in my head for a while, and I just finally decided to take the leap and try it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I mean, because you've had plenty of success up at 125 pounds. You're collecting all kinds of divisional and divisional records there with submissions and wins. So what was the sort of reasoning behind the weight dropping down? Is that just, you improving your camps, improving your diet, and naturally over time your weight has come down? Or have you made intentional changes to bring that weight down?
I haven't made any intentional changes, but it's just me not focusing more on technique and less on strength and conditioning. Gotcha. I feel like for me, it's like I'm never really necessarily stronger, faster, more athletic fighter. So I need to focus more on technique, focus more on making the right decisions and being perfect. So I just take more time to put my energy into that.
Makes sense. And how different do you feel at this weight when you're in the gym, when you're training? Are you noticing a substantial difference already? Or is that something that, you'll know more once you've gone through the weight cut?
I think I'll know more once I do go through the weight cut. Right now at the weight that I'm at, I feel great. But I'm also 127, 2.5 weeks out. So I'm like, whenever we lose these last 12 pounds, we'll see how I feel.
No, that's fair enough. But 12 pounds to go, 2 weeks out. Sounds like you're absolutely right on point. Do you think this is going to be a permanent move for you? Are you going to take fights at both weight classes? Sort of what is your ideal scenario moving forward?
It's going to be completely based off of how I feel at 115. So if I go in there, I feel good, the weight cut goes good. Like I said, obviously I'm 12 pounds over right now. It's still a big cut. So we're just going to see how I feel. If I feel good, then 115, ideally, I don't want to be jumping back and forth. I want to be able to make a title run at 115. I want to be ranked at 115. So if I feel good there, then we're going to stay there. And if not, then I have no problem going back up to 125 and just staying there.
Makes sense. So your opponent for this fight on April 15th, Piera Rodriguez, she's undefeated. What are your thoughts on her, and how do you see, your skill set matching up against hers?
She's definitely a very smart fighter. Obviously, she's undefeated for a reason. But I feel like her style versus my style kind of matches up perfect. She's kind of more of a boxer who's not afraid to shoot sometimes, which is like, that would be like, welcome to my world. Like, thank you, please take me down. But either way, I feel like it's just an ideal matchup for me. I think that it is kind of a striker versus grappler, and I always favor the grappler in those matchups.
Yeah, fair enough. It makes sense, and history tends to prove that is the case. This fight is going to be taking place in Kansas City. The UFC is finally getting back on the road with more regularity. Just been in London. There's talks about Sweden. What I want to know from you, Gillian, where's the favorite place that you've competed in mixed martial arts outside of North America?
That is outside of North America. Oh, I was going to say Canada, but that's still considered. So outside of North America, I've gotten booed a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have been popular going into Liverpool against Molly McCann, that's for sure.
Yeah, I fought Liverpool with Molly McCann, Prague against Veronica Macedo, and then Mayra Buenasilva in Brazil. So those are I guess Abu Dhabi too. I forgot about that one. So those are, I guess, the 4 times I've been out of the country. In Liverpool, I wasn't the favorite walking in, but I loved the crowd was amazing. And I'll never forget from Liverpool, the hairdresser who braided my hair, literally she's the only one you can hear in this crowd screaming my name. Like everybody else is chanting for Molly, and you just hear, she told me, she's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll cheer for you. And you can hear her during the whole fight, the one person.
That's so awesome. That's so cool that she did that. So you've clearly fought in quite a few exciting and nice places. Is there one place that you go, oh, before it's all said and done, I would really like to fight there?
So actually both my parents are born in Scotland. So I would absolutely love to do a card in Scotland.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's a lot of talented Scottish fighters in the UFC right now. They've been pushing for a card in Scotland. We were actually just speaking to Chris Duncan the other day, so we might have to connect you guys, and you can start working on the UFC to get a card put up there in Scotland. I know the British MMA fans would be very, very happy with that.
Oh yeah, no, it would be absolutely amazing to be able to go over there. I would just love to go. Like, I've never been there in general, and I feel like literally my whole family's from there. All my heritage is from there. I would love to just go to Scotland in general, but to be able to perform there would be absolutely insane for me.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be really, really cool. And I know you were going to say Canada before, and I ruled that out. However, the UFC looking like they're going back to Canada. I believe June 10th, UFC 289. Assuming all goes well for you in this fight, is that going to be, something you're calling out for a spot on when you chat to Bisping in your post-fight interview?
Again, that goes back to the weight cut. I feel like it's all a debate on how well this goes, how well I feel, and how well I can jump back, because June 10th isn't a far time away from April 15th, considering the weight that I have to deal with.
That's a great point. Okay, let's see how you're feeling after the fight with the weight cut, and we'll maybe see you back in Canada again. I was watching a few interviews in the build-ups with this, and I saw you were speaking with James Lynch, and on there you mentioned that you've signed a new 6-fight deal with the UFC ahead of this fight. So first of all, congratulations. How does that feel?
It just feels good. It feels good to be able to, just keep working for this company. It's literally my dream come true. Since I signed my first contract with the UFC, this is what I love to do. It's what I spend every single day, spending like 5+ hours doing. So I'm just so thankful that I still get it. It's still my job, and it's still the best job in the world. Yeah,
that is extremely cool that you feel that way, and you get to live out your dream every single day. And you mentioned in there that your sort of main coach, or one of your people that really helps you with your game in Dean Thomas, helped negotiate that deal. Just talk to us a little bit about your relationship with Dean, what he's meant for your career, because he's obviously a huge fan favorite with MMA fans. We hear him on the broadcast doing his analysis during the fights as well. But what does he mean to you and your relationship together?
Dean's literally what formed my game and my mindset as a fighter. I feel like, I've worked with literally just by luck. I walked into Dean's gym like my first day. So I started with Dean Thomas. I started with the best in the world, and I'm so thankful for that. And he's completely molded my game into how it is today. And I feel like it's just a different approach he has to the sport, a different mindset, and a different IQ that it's rare to find.
That's awesome. I guess it's very fortunate that you did walk into his gym on day one, and it's gone pretty well for you so far. And long may it continue.
Oh yeah, it was literally. I don't think there's anything more lucky than that. It's like, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what MMA was. I couldn't tell you the difference between the UFC and the WWE when I first started. I just happened to walk into Dean Thomas's gym.
It all worked out for the best. Gillian, before we get on out of here, I just have a few rapid fire questions for you to help our audience get to know you a little bit better. So hope you're ready. Just got 5 quick ones for you. Number 1, cheese or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Beachfront or lakeside?
Beachfront.
Favorite TV show you're watching right now?
I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I take a lot of naps.
Okay. The favorite TV show is Inside of Your Eyelids. Fair enough. What about podcasts? Are you listening to any podcasts? And if so, what's the one you listen to the most? What's the heaviest in the rotation?
Yeah, I'm not a big podcast person either. I'm like, I don't know. I'm literally at the gym or doing something gym related. I feel like 95% of the day. I don't really get into things.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. And finally, the last question I'm going to ask you, and remember, you're talking to Combat Sports UK here. Can we get a prediction on the main event between Arnold Allen and Max Holloway? How do you see that one going down?
It's a tough one because Arnold Allen is such a huge up and comer, but like, I feel like you can't not love Max Holloway.
Everyone loves Max Holloway.
Yeah, huge fan favorite. I feel like last time Max Holloway was the main event when I was fighting in Edmonton, Canada, and I just remember like the first time when I saw him, it's like that's the last time I can remember getting like fangirl, like, oh, that's Max Holloway. Like, holy shit. It's just he is definitely like on the like Cerrone level of just like fans, like a fighter's the fans fighter, you know? But like I said, Arnold Allen is a huge up and comer, and I think he does have a lot of finishing capabilities. And it'd be nice to see someone new in that division, you know, give Volk a little bit of a challenge.
That's fair enough. That's a great answer. Gillian, this has been awesome. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. And of course, we wish you the best of luck. April 15th, we'll all be tuning in to enjoy the fights.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, Gillian. Take care.
You too.